Okay. For me, Draymond Green has become insufferable. He's now the NBA's version of a grumpy old man who time has passed by, a once was, a used to be, a remember when. And he and Steve Kerr and sometimes even Steph Curry have slowly turned into, remember us, sore losers. Yesterday's champs, still clinging desperately to their championship past. So on Sunday, Draymond said that he hated the Rising Stars playing and getting a slot, one of the 4-team slots, the winner of the Rising Stars tournament. I got that. But now he says that the NBA is boring, that there's no more substance in the NBA. And he refers to a classic Kobe interview to validate his point. Kobe said back in 2019, the NBA had become boring because it was mostly a quote unquote penetrate and pitch league, too many kick out passes for threes. Draymond said Kobe was exactly right. So explain to me, how did Golden State muddle through the boring NBA in 2019 to make it all the way to the NBA Finals? I don't know how. Remember, if Kevin Durant hadn't ruptured his Achilles along with Klay Thompson wrecking his knee, I just believe the Warriors would have beaten Kawhi's Raptors in those finals. Then how did the Warriors sleepwalk their way to another championship? Remember in 2022, how did they keep from falling asleep in the finals as they beat the Boston Celtics in 6 games in Boston? I don't know how. Now Draymond is blaming everything but the man in the mirror. The league is boring and the All-Star format is an insult because Draymond has to point fingers at everything but at Golden State's dying dynasty. That dynasty has been fading into the sunset for the last 3 years. Now, as we speak, Golden State is 29-28, clinging to the final play-in spot, just a game and a half above KD's Suns, who are going to make a push. So gray-bearded Draymond has become a shadow of his championship self. Numbers down across the board. He's averaging 9, 6, and 6. He's making a career low 63% of his free throws. And did you catch his act Saturday night in the finals of the skills competition? I did. Draymond was just an embarrassment of a disaster. But now, on a nightly basis, Steve Kerr just loses his mind. He loses his cool about what an embarrassment the refs are to this league. They blew that. They cost it. They. I like Steve Kerr a lot, but was he ever spoiled rotten by Golden State's dynastic run? Now he's teetering psychologically on the cliff's edge. One iffy call from unraveling as he desperately tries to push those magic buttons once again, those aging buttons. LeBron James is playing at a higher nightly level at age 40 than Steph is at 36. I know Steph was great at the end of the All-Star game, if we can call it that, the finals of the little 3-team tournament. He deserved it. He put on a show of shows, his house, but he can't do it on a nightly basis. The Warriors should have moved Draymond 2 years ago after he sucker punched Jordan Poole, after he again got suspended, this time more lengthily, for his history of dirty play. I'll say it again, Draymond Green is the dirtiest player in NBA history. I guess that gives him cachet on television, but just go YouTube it. Just call up one of the horror movie montages of all those cheap shots in a row your boat, Draymond. But Steve Kerr and the Dubs brass just keep reaching back for that blast from the glorious past, that Draymond who gave that enforcer's edge to Steph's and Klay's finesse Warriors. But now Draymond has dribbled behind his back slickly with a new prediction. Warriors are going to win it all, win the boring, no-substance NBA championship. Yeah, I'm talking about this year's championship because now they have Jimmy Butler, who, by the way, can be as uncoachable and just as disruptive as Draymond can be. Yeah, they now have an aging Jimmy Butler who will fit right in at what has become Olden State. I know the Warriors won 3 of their last 4 before the break with Jimmy buckets. He averaged 21, 7, and 5. Not bad, though he was only 1 of 7 from 3 in those 4 games. Sure, Jimmy's going to help some now that he's on his best behavior after that collapse at Miami. He'll help some, at least for a while, but he and Draymond will butt heads. It's inevitable. There will be issues. There will be finger pointing. There will be blame deflecting. There will be excuses made. Draymond says the Warriors now have a closer in playoff Jimmy. But wait a second. What was Steph? What is Steph? I do not love Olden State just on star quality, on Steph quality. I do hope they at least hang in that play-in tournament. Just good for the league, but they're not going to win a single round of the playoffs. To use LeBron's favorite word, the Warriors are washed.